Hello and welcome. My name is Gail Moffat, and I am very excited to do we're going to have some callers call in, and we're going to do a couple of readings. And yes, I'm very excited about that. Now, before we go to the callers, I wanted to talk about something that I think is quite interesting, actually, because in America, and I believe possibly in other parts of the world, there was Mother's Day this week on Sunday. And now, is it Mother's Day this week? I think it was, yes. Just make sure I got that right. Anyway, the reason why I'm doubting this, the reason why I'm looking a bit sort of, bemused by it was the fact that in England we have Mother's Day in March, so we have it in a completely different completely different week. And so it was about a week ago you had Mother's Day. But I was thinking about all the things that we have. Also in that same week there was the Mental Health Week that existed. And then coming up in June, we have Father's Day and all those sorts of occasions. And I wanted to talk about sort of how the spirit world view this and how they react to that. And when we have loved ones that have passed, that have moved into the spirit world, they are just as excited about some of those occasions. For instance, all the mums will be drawing close to you. That where if you've got a mother that's passed, obviously, and then all the various things will various people in spirit will always want to come forward now, and because they are aware of how we celebrate. It's a bit like Christmas, and I know we're in the middle of May here, and so Christmas is a long way off. But the same thing happens. They will be drawing close, and I know that some people will always lay the table, whether it be on Thanksgiving or Christmas or Mothering Sunday or whatever day it is, or a birthday or an anniversary, and they will lay a table, but there will be that empty seat, and that's for that person that's special to them. And you know what? They come and sit in it. They really do. They come and sit in it and enjoy the festivities because they want to. And just as we have free will on the earth, they have free will to do and what they would like. In as far as I think there are a few more rules in spirit than there are here. We've got far more free will here than you have in the spirit world. It's a lot more sort of controlled in spirit, a lot more rules in spirit. That's what I've observed anyway. So I just wanted to sort of say how the spirit world and the people that we love are engaging in our lives on a day-to-day basis and are interested in what we're doing. And I know that sometimes people will say, I've had that baby, or I got married and my grandmother wasn't there, or my mother wasn't there, or my father. But yes, they were there, and they continue to be there always in your life. So I believe we have a caller here, and we have Melissa in Rochester, New York. Are you there?
I am. Hello there.
Hello, and how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. So I am a medium, and I can connect to loved ones in the spirit world, or I can look to give guidance. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
Probably guidance.
Okay, and where would you like me to focus?
Either my financial situation or yeah, probably my financial. I was going to say love, but everyone does love. So
Not everyone, not everyone. Right, let's see. Okay, so I feel like I'm going, they're coming in with a slightly different sort of tact with me with regards to financial. And and they're coming in to me about your living environment. And they're saying to me that there is a real desire within you and a real sort of need to perhaps live in a more comfortable or surroundings. Does that make sense to you?
well, actually, my roommate. It's really weird you say that. My roommate had caused a lot of tension in this home, and he's
Right.
finally moving out. And the energy is actually feeling it's uplifted.
Right. Okay. So it's sort of like one way or the other. You've managed to get that more comfortable surroundings. Um,
Hmm
and I,
I'm looking
and
to
I
buy a home privately, but
yes. Now that was where I'm going with this because I feel like that's exactly where I was going because I felt like you would like to have your own home where you don't have to um, be plagued by um, other people or their situations or their environment. And I just feel that this is something that you are really sort of looking towards and hoping and wishing to achieve. And I feel also as I'm talking, I feel like I don't feel I know there's a lady that's come in front of me, and she's got sort of grey, sort of slightly wavy hair, and I feel and I'm hearing grandmother, and I feel that she's saying to me that she's the one that's wanting to do the talking with me and to help you. And I feel like she's on your mother's side of the family, as I'm connecting with her, and she's saying to me that she I feel like there's a your circumstances has been a little bit sort of bumpy, or up and down, because I feel that you've had a situation where you've had it's been okay, and you've had good living circumstances, and then it's gone bad, and then it gets good, and it's sort of up and down. Does that make sense to you?
yeah, actually, it has especially with finances and work. I tried going back to work. I got very, very, very sick because of being exhausted, dehydrated, wearing the mask for 15-hour shifts. Ended up going in the hospital, and I'm just like, and I have PTSD. That's why I asked about
Oh,
finances because my VA claim is on the docket for appeal for their decision. It's just yeah, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down, definitely.
yeah, and I feel also that but I feel like, am I right in saying that you're due some money? Are you there,
Yeah, I still
Melissa?
haven't even gotten my federal tax refund back yet, and it's been since March since they've accepted it.
Yeah, because I feel like there's some money that's going to be coming to you that and I feel also that there is you mentioned the tax, but I feel like there's some other money that is going to be coming to you, and I feel this other money is um, it sort of feels like, and I'm just going with the feeling, but it feels like some sort of inheritance, or it's going to be a larger sum. Would that make sense to you?
Um, the VA claimed that I'm waiting to hear back for the appeal. They have to go retro from when I filed, so that actually would make a large amount of money due owed to me.
Right. Okay. And I also feel that this money could it's like a really sort of handsome amount of money that could go towards a deposit um just for a property. And I feel like when this arrives, and I feel like it's going to arrive, it's going to sort of almost transfer your decisions and your and the word they gave me, your mental health. It's going to
Oh
really
my
sort of
God, yeah.
it's going to really sort of lift you, because part of the problem that you've had is fighting, not fighting and arguing, but having to fight for your rights, fight for what's right. Um, and I feel that has really sort of impacted you quite a lot. And I just feel it's like I can see this tunnel, and I can see the light at the end of it, and I can feel that you're coming to the end of it, and at the end of it there's this payout, and there's the end of all this friction and fighting. Your grandmother has been desperately trying to help you, because I feel also, you do you ever say, "Oh God, can you please help me? God, can you please help me?" Do you ever say those words?
Yeah, I do sometimes, yeah. Or I say, God, why?
Yeah, yeah. Because I know that you've been engaging with God in some way, and it's been like that. It hasn't been in a formal prayer, but I know it's been in. It's like, God, why can't you help me? And I want you to know that He's listening. He's heard you, and that and I just feel that there's going to be a real shift in your circumstances, emotionally, physically, geographically, and financially. I just feel like everything is about to go boom, 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 boom. It's like slot into place. And I just feel that I I feel like it's going to be really, really positive, that you're you're heading towards a new way of living and a new life. And I also feel that where you're going to move to is going to be a little bit more serene. And I because I feel like where you live at the moment, it's not so. And I don't mean about your the person that was sharing your roommate. I'm more about people. It's a busy sort of area, and I feel like you're going to be moving to an area where it's less built up, or more sort of more tranquil. Is what I'm getting. Would that be something you'd like?
Um, it's funny you do say that in a way. The house that I have an opportunity to buy through a private friend, it is in the city. However, the street is a dead end street, and only certain people, not going into too much, but only certain people are allowed down that street. And
Right.
I'm
So it's more
considered family. So it's a very safe street, and it's quiet.
Yeah, but I feel like that's really important for you, and I feel like this tranquility is going to come around you in so many ways. And I feel really excited for you, because what I'm getting loud and clear is, although you haven't perhaps realized that it's in the form of a prayer, but you have been praying to God, and He is answering your prayer. Your circumstances are getting ready to change, and it's all going to be happening over the next well, I don't know how long it's going to all take, but 6 months, 5 months, 3 months. I mean, it's imminent. It's imminent. This big change, and I feel like also, aha, I feel like there's going to be a different working environment as well, because I feel like you're going to be there's so many changes for you, Melissa. so many changes, and for the better, because I feel that you're going to be having a different working environment that's not as stressful, because I feel like the previous one was very, very stressful. And I feel like you're going to be in a more relaxed working environment, more relaxed home. You're going to have the finances to do this, and you're going to be living in a tranquil setting, and your mental health will be massively, massively improved. I hope that helps, Melissa.
It has.
Good,
Yes,
good.
thank you.
Well, thank you very much for ringing in. My name is Gail Moffat, and find me on Facebook if you want to speak further.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you very much. I appreciate
Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. Now we have Helen in Rhondda. Now, you know, I live in England, so I should know how to say this. Sinon. Yeah.
Rhondda Calenta.
Shoot me down in flames, Helen. Right. So I'm a medium, and I can connect to loved ones, or I can look to give you guidance. Where would you like me to focus?
Some guidance would be nice, please.
Okay. And what sort of area would you like me to focus on?
There's a lot going on at the moment with lots of different things. So,
Okay.
work-wise, or I don't really know myself. So,
Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Is there somebody around you that you're not too sure about? I don't know whether this is a relationship or whether this is a work colleague or a friend, but I just get this feeling that there's this sort of shadow around him that is, it's sort of like it's not so good. What does that make sense to you?
yeah, yes, I do understand that. Yeah.
Okay, and is that and I just feel that you're it's been quite a sort of a rocky situation that you've had to deal with, and I feel that this person has been a little bit mean, bit cruel, actually, underhand as well. I really don't like this person's behaviour, because he is not. I'm calling him a he. I don't know, but I just feel that. Yeah, well, it slipped out of my mouth, so generally that's the case. That's the gender, because I'm connected to spirit. But I just feel that he hasn't been fair to you, and I feel that you're trying to sort of hold everything together and trying to be, fair and kind and sort of and do the right thing. But I just feel that it's increasingly becoming sort of very difficult for you to be that person, because I feel I feel like you keep on sort of saying to yourself, I can't believe what he just said to this week or that today, or oh my goodness, and I just feel that it's a real sort of challenging situation that you're finding yourself in, and I feel that this is I feel that this situation, it hasn't been your making, or it hasn't been you haven't sort of chosen for this, or this relationship, or this way, because I feel that it's been would I be right in saying that there's some sort of, this person feels threatened or sort of jealous in some way? Would that make sense?
Oh, I don't know. And I don't know about jealous, but I do feel like I do a lot of running round and everything and get nothing in return, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I just feel that I know what it is. There's I feel like there's quite a sort of a selfishness with him, but I also
Yeah,
feel that um, he I feel like there's a sense there's something about him, and I can't quite put my finger on it. It's almost like he is there's a selfishness, there's a uh, he's very used to getting his own way, and I feel that there is he it this way of being that he is not something that is because of you. It's the way he's been always. It's like this is
yeah,
part of his upbringing, and I feel like
yeah,
I feel like his parents sort of overindulged him in a way that he has made him to be the way that he is, and I just
yeah,
feel that um, you are starting. I feel like it's just the early stages where you are starting to think to yourself, hold on a moment, I'm not sure that this is good. Would that make sense to you?
yeah, definitely, yeah. I did give him an
I mean,
ultimatum last week.
right, yeah. I feel like you know you've really placed a question mark over his behaviour, and I feel that you're also in your mind, because of the way that he's been, you've got a question mark over your whether your feelings towards him. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, yeah, it does, yeah.
And and I also feel that you've been given a lot of thought to a previous relationship.
Okay.
Would that make would that make sense to you?
I often do wonder things, so I suppose, yeah, when you put it like that.
Yeah. And what I'm being told is that, at the end of the day, this is your choice as to whether you how you deal with this. But what I'm being told is that um, I feel that you're going to reach a point where you're not going to see a positive solution, a positive way forward, and and I feel like, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if you said to yourself, like, I'm drawing a line in the sand. I've had enough, and
Yeah,
sort of turning around and walking away in the opposite direction. And I also feel that you've discussed this with some friends of yours. And I feel like one of your friends has said to you, well, there's no way I would deal with that. Or, and sort of being quite sort of scathing about what you're putting up with. Would that make
yeah,
sense to you?
yeah,
And they can't see why you're still in this relationship. They don't understand. Um,
yeah,
and I feel that what I want to say is that you're coming round to that idea yourself. This isn't something that I'm planting in your mind. You already are there in your mind, where
yeah,
you're thinking, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not working.
yeah.
Um,
No, you are
it,
right, yeah.
Um, but I also feel that you've outgrown him as well. What was good in the beginning isn't there now. It's like you've grown up. you've become stronger. You're wiser. You're bigger. Not bigger physically, just bigger as a person. You're bigger. I have to be careful with my words, Helen. and, I just feel that you're you're at the point in your life where, have you ever heard of the expression that people come into your life for a moment, a season, or a lifetime? Well, I feel like that it's like he's done his job. You've learnt your lesson, and you're ready to go on to the next stage of your life. And this all depends on your free will, obviously, but you are ready. And what I'm being told is that if you make the decision to move on, then you will actually reach a decision where you are, or reach a point where you are going to meet somebody that is far more committed to you and far more loving and supportive to you, which actually is a really positive thing. So I just want you to know that you have got a bright future ahead of you. It's just that it all depends on your thinking, your decision making, etc., etc. So I hope that helps, and that you understand all of that. And if you, I know that we've just lost her in the last sort of couple of seconds, and but if she looks back over this video, do find me on Facebook, and thank you for calling in.